Now, as Connecticut continues to deal with extreme heat and humidity, Eversource says it's prepared for the surge in electric demand.
Yeah, but the company is also urging customers to take steps to conserve energy and keep their bills in check. Fox 61's Glenn Kittle joins us live this morning with what customers should expect. Hey, Glenn.
Hey, good morning, Symphony and Bridget. Yeah, it's probably something that people wouldn't expect there when you're talking about the heat here. Obviously, for the people out there, just stay safe, drink lots of water, and make sure that you're staying cool during this heat wave. But this heat does put some extra stress on our power grid. Eversource says that during the summer months, Connecticut customers use about 35% more electricity as air conditioners run longer to keep homes cool. Now, the utility company says it's closely monitoring the grid this week as high temperatures, excessive humidity, and the threat of isolated thunderstorms continue across the region. But company officials say that crews are ready to respond to any power outages or storm damage. And while system operators can reroute power if needed to help keep the grid stable. Meanwhile, Eversource also says it's expected to activate its Connected Solutions program during this heat wave. That program allows participating customers to temporarily reduce their electricity use, such as by making small adjustments to smart thermostats or using home batteries. That helps reduce strain on the grid during peak hours of demand. And the company says programs like that help improve reliability there. But even without any power outages, Eversource is reminding customers that hotter weather can lead to higher electric bills as well. The company says air conditioners have to work much harder when it's 95 degrees as opposed to when it's an 80-degree day, even if the thermostat is set to the same temperature. So to help save some energy, Eversource recommends setting your thermostat as high as comfort allows there. That means also you can close some blinds to keep the sunlight out, or running dishwashers and dryers during the evening or early morning hours to make sure you save maybe a little money on that bill. And then among that too, the city of Hartford has a ton of cooling centers for people to utilize during this heat wave, and just some hot weather tips out there for folks that might know. They're saying drink at least 2 to 4 cups of water every hour that you're doing some outdoor activity today, as well as utilize some of these cooling centers. We're out in front of one right now. This is the Hartford Public Library just behind us there. We're going to have a full list of those cooling centers on our website at fox61.com. So make sure you stay safe and stay cool out there if you're heading outside. Live in Hartford, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61 on Sunday. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Glenn. Now, with the summer temps hitting record highs, staying safe in the heat, of course, is now a medical necessity.
And we're joined this morning by Dr. Anumeha Singh. She is a leading expert in emergency medicine. Doctor, thanks for making time for us this morning. We appreciate it, and we are bracing for extreme heat the next few days. What's the most important safety tip you can give as people go about their lives in these dangerous conditions?
Yeah, good morning, and thank you for having me. So my first advice would be to avoid direct sun exposure, especially during the peak hours. So if your life can afford that flexibility, then avoid going out between 11 and 5, at least the peak hours. If you cannot, then take frequent breaks, take proper precautions, and that might help.
All right, doctor, of course, people want to make sure that they're hydrated.
Right.
We always hear, make sure you're drinking water. Is it possible to overhydrate?
Absolutely. So in normal, healthy adults, our kidneys try and maintain balance. And in general, people will not be, even if they are drinking a lot of water, it will not cause any bodily harm to them. However, people with kidney issues, as well as some heart issues, as well as on some medications, they can definitely dangerously overhydrate themselves, especially if they are drinking just water to replenish their hydration levels.
And the advice is to stay inside during those peak hours, but unfortunately, some people have to work outdoors. So for those folks, what's the best ways for them to stay cool and to prevent heat exhaustion?
Yeah, so great questions. Hydrate before you go out. Take frequent hydration break as well as frequent breaks, even if for a few minutes, away from direct sun exposure. Wear light, loosely fitting clothes, wear appropriate amount of sunscreen, and keep hydrating at frequent intervals. Hydration should also constitute with electrolyte drinks, juices, so not just plain water, but also be very mindful of the electrolytes and minerals that you are losing through sweating.
And as people are outside and they might notice that they're not feeling well, how do they know when things have crossed over into heat stroke territory? And what should someone do if they notice someone around them is showing signs?
So hopefully people will take heed of the symptoms before the heat stroke levels. However, the first few symptoms of having heat exhaustion, which will ultimately lead towards and progress towards heat stroke, are headaches, GI symptoms like vomiting and diarrhea, extreme exhaustion, extreme tiredness. When you start progressing towards heat stroke, then you start noticing things like confusion, even seizure, collapse. All those are possibilities.
All right, Dr. Anumeha Singh with Hartford Healthcare. Really appreciate you taking time for us with these really life-saving safety tips. Really important. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.